Hey GH peeps, welcome back to my channel where we talk all things General Hospital. Today's late night review is for Monday, guys. We have finished the first work day of the week and it was on an hour change. I'm not going to lie to you and say I didn't love the extra hours of sunlight, but I overslept. And I've been just late all day, just late to everything, just late, and late some more. As you know, I am late posting this video. So I do apologize, but I do appreciate you guys if you're tuned in and you're checking me out for today. Or any other time you do check me out. And as always, please hit that like button if you like the content and hit that subscribe button if you've been following me for a while and you want to get more of my content. But let's talk about General Hospital Day, guys. It wasn't like a fiery Monday, but it was a building. I'm gonna call it a building day. It was a building day. So, and we gonna talk about why I feel like it was a building day. So we're in Maxie's car, and we are looking for the Jasons, fine ass. And of course, what happens? They run out of gas because Maxie didn't know that these places were so far apart, and she wasn't paying attention to the gauge, as she told Spinelli when she said, "Well, I mean, doesn't there always more gas in it than what they say?" Now, of course, I've been told that is not true. And of course, I have used that same excuse more than once. Just going to be honest, I don't even think it's a woman thing. I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say I've always, believed, oh, there's enough gas to get me to the gas station. Now, I don't play around when that light comes on. Oh, I'm not driving no more. We going right to the gas station. I'm not playing around. But if I have some time, I have been on the interstate. And yeah, you know what I'm saying. I'm sure we all been there. But she does ask Spinelli, does he regret turning Jason in to keep her out of jail? And he's like, no, I don't. I love you. I'm like, I just love the grown-up Spinelli and the Maxie. And it's a big plus that he did kind of choose Maxie over Jason. And I know that was a big thing and a deal breaker for him and Emily's relationship, is that he couldn't choose the life over her. And she felt like that was a no for her. So she left. Whereas he did kind of. I mean, he still took the job, but when it came down to it, he wasn't about to let Maxie go to jail for that. She's the mother of his kids. So, long story short, with these two birds, Spinelli is worried that the police are automatically going to treat Jason like a suspect and not really investigate the crime. And let's be real, PCPD, you're not really great with investigations. And Maxie feels that Spinelli's heart, she has forgiven him for what happened because he kind of brought it up, and she felt like his heart was in the right place. But now you got to go. And when she said that, I was like, but then I understand. I understand because when you came in, you were coming in as somebody here to help mom out, not really somebody here to be dating mom. And maybe she wants to walk him back into the house that way. As okay, Dad and me are talking about getting back together now, so this will be differently. And I think, even though for their daughter that would be like, right, well, come on home, Dad, but for her other kid, James, I think that's smart. Even though it's gonna be weird. Maybe they'll play it like the kids would be so like, no, we don't want Spinelli to leave, we want him back, and then he'll move in. But we'll see. But I like how Maxie is doing it. As a single mom, I would do the same thing. I'd be like, well, since you're coming in differently now, you're not coming in, as taken care of or just roommating. You're actually coming in because we're going to be together. That's something different. So I did understand why she went that way. We're going to run on over to Jordan and TJ. And TJ don't like the child and the bio connection with Christina through Sonny. Well, Sonny through Christina. Because of danger and everything. And I'm like, you didn't think about this at the beginning? I mean, Christina has always been Sonny's daughter. And it's so funny, TJ, that you yourself also lived with Sonny when you first came to Port Charles. I can't remember if it was when he first or when around that time of him, just getting to Port Charles, and he needed Sonny's help. and Sonny was there for him. So I just found it kind of funny, and maybe it's because now he's got a kid, his own kid, and and he's like, oh gosh, everybody, gets in trouble, around him. But once again, TJ, you had time to think about this before you just jumped into it. So I just kind of thought it was kind of like, are we really talking about this still? And maybe they're doing this because of the baby, and Christina's pregnant and she went to the hospital. Like why wouldn't she? It's her brother. But I don't know. I just thought this conversation was kind of strange. Like, why are we? I mean, first of all, like I said, he stayed with Sonny when he was younger. And you already knew who Christina. You already knew. And so he's like, and then this is so funny when he says, let me see, where was I at? Oh, and then he tells his mom about Sonny and the Puerto Rico trip and the shooting and everything. And but he's not supposed to know. So don't tell anybody that I'm telling you that I'm not supposed to know. I thought that was hilarious. And he's like, and it's, Crispy and the egg donor, while her family is her family is a dysfunctional mess that frequently is in physical danger. I can understand TJ's concern, because Sonny is not really looking at this kid as it's not his grandkid. He's looking at this kid as if it's his kid, like his bio kid. He's all like, So I could see TJ's concern about that. But once again, TJ, sorry. What are you going to do? The baby's in the belly. It's growing. We're going to, we already know what the sex is. That's how fast this super baby's growing. And I'm so tired of this mess anyway. And it's really going to be funny if Christina doesn't, give them the kid. It's raised by Sonny. I don't want my kid raised in Sonny's gangster life. Too late. Nothing you can do about it. So I thought that was kind of strange that he's bitching about it. But there's nothing he could do about it right now because it's too late. But Jordan tells TJ that actually the good outweighs the bad. And you can't control everything, but you can hope for the best. And she also reminds him that it wasn't easy for her when she had him. Like every woman, and she's not lying, every woman would love to have our feet up eating what we want to eat. Screw that nutrients and crap. I mean, yeah, we're going to eat nutrients and crap, because I did. But we're going to eat whatever we want to do. If we're going to be pampered and we're not going to have no stress, and we're just going to, if the suns and the moon and everything's going to be rising perfectly, and it's going to be, everybody's going to be in love. Yeah. If the world could be like that for pregnant women. But unfortunately, it's not. There's no perfect pregnancy. There might be some people that have one. I mean, like when they had a perfect, just a euphoric kind of awareness and everything going around him. But I don't know anybody born on the earth that's had that, okay? But if you have, congratulations. You are one in a million. In a trillion, zillion, probably. But he's still, the odds are still in his favor. And Christina is going to take care of her body. She wants this baby. This is going to be so fun. But anyway, and she tells him that she just can't wait to be a grandma. Well, she didn't say the word grandma, but she cannot wait for this child. It's because it's actually is her son's biological child. Yeah, this is just, guys, I just thought this was a hot mess that TJ's all of a sudden bitching about it. But I guess I can see what he's, like, what can you do? There's nothing he can do. I mean, why are we talking about it? So we're going to go over to Jake and Finn. And guys, I'm just going to say this right now. So you see what they're doing. They're trying to prep the kids up to being like so accepting to Finn so they can pop this marriage on us and we're going to have to swallow the whole horribleness of it all. For two people not to have any type of chemistry and this is still happening, it's just amazing. Okay? And if Finn does this one more time, y'all know he always does that. It drives me crazy. It's like, are you trying to figure out what to do with your lips, Finn? Why are you doing the pouty lip thing? It's just, come on, man. You're like 80. Well, he's not 80, but he's too old to be doing the pouty lip thing. I thought that was out like a long time ago. I mean, I'm just saying, guys, they are prepping Jake and Aiden to be Team Finn, okay? And how Aiden's kind of like the clean pre-boy Jason. It's so funny how Jake is pre-Jason, before the accident, the head injury. and Danny is kind of Jason that after the accident. Well, Danny's more like his mama, and like Alexis, like she said. He's a risk taker like his granny. But anyway, Finn goes over to see Elizabeth, and I was wondering if Jake was going to even let him in the house, because he was just like, she's not here. Still sitting him at the door. He's like, oh, okay, she's not home yet. He's like, nah, she must be running late. Oh, well, do you want to come in? Oh. And of course, Finn finds the magical damn, what do you call that? Vape pen. I mean, like, everybody's finding this vape pen except for the right person who needs to find it. And that's Sam. You know what I'm saying? So now the magical vape pen has been discovered by Finn because Jake just happened to drop it on the floor. But anyway, or dropped it on the table or whatnot, I don't know. But Jake and Finn bond over talking about the vape pen, and he's not doing it, and Finn's like, oh, I don't think you are, and he's just, I got it from a friend, and my friend's probably gonna be mad at me because I took it, and you can just buy another one. He says, but you're setting up and you're letting your friend know that you don't approve of this bad behavior, and it is not healthy, and especially for you're a minor. Come on, guys. But I'm guessing they're, like I said, they're bonding. And then Liz comes home, and of course, you know, Jake tells Liz. And he tells Liz kind of the story, and Liz like, well, this is loaded. But I trust you. Because, you know, I'm going to tell you right now, if those boys were bad, Liz would never believe it. Because Liz just thinks everything is rain and sunshine in her world. The man she's dating, and we know none of them were rain and sunshine. And her kids are pretty good, but I'm just saying, if they were bad kids, I don't see Liz believing that. Because her kids can do no wrong. But anyway, she says, oh, I believe you, Jake, but we'll talk about it later. And Jake scurries off. And I got to talk about this part because I thought this was kind of funny. Oh, but Jake does tell, before he goes upstairs, he tells Liz, oh, yeah, and, you know, Finn gave me good advice on how to handle things. I'm like, okay, so, yeah, they're selling this, that, you know, they're going to be a family. Guys, you're forcing it down. It doesn't look like the new writers are going off this train anytime soon. So, turns out Finn has also been talking to Aiden about his boyfriend. Or are we going to call it a boyfriend yet? I think we're just going to call it a friend because we don't know yet. They're just probably still in the talking phase. But Aiden has been discussing with Finn about Tobias. And Liz was like, I didn't think he was talking to anybody about that. And I'm like, agreed. This is like, wow. You know, and she's like, wow, okay. And so she's like, wow, Jake's responding to you better than he did the last time. And I said, Jake had the right mind. Creepy man needs to go that likes to smell your hands. He needs to go. I'm sorry, I just can't do the Finn Elizabeth thing. They can't sell me on that one for nothing in this world. But then this is the ironic thing I had to talk about when I was kind of being more detailed, and I had to look at the notes to make sure. But then he asked, okay, so he's on the phone talking, or he's chatting with Aiden about Tobias, but he's going to ask, is he overstepping the line with Jake about some damn vape pen? Come on, Finn. You were talking to this boy about his boyfriend, or about a young man that he's interested in. You didn't think that was overstepping, but you think talking to Jake about overstepping, about a vape pen was overstepping? That's not overstepping? I think you should have asked that question when Aiden came to you about Tobias. Now, to each his own about what people can talk to their children about. If I know first, then I guess I would be okay. But I would want to know before you start talking to my child, my baby, about something like that. Yeah, I just want to know. I want to know what your thoughts are. I want to know what your thoughts are, how you're going to come at my baby, what you're going to encourage my baby to do, what you're not going to. I want to know what your thoughts are. And I just thought that was weird that Finn would ask her about overstepping over some stupid vape pen, but you're talking to her son about Tobias. I was just like, make it make sense, people. Come on. Come on. Our parents not... Who's writing for this? Who's writing? Because that's ridiculous. I was like that. I would have told him, actually, and I wish they would have made Liz say that. I wish instead of her being all goofy and making her placate to another guy, I wish it would have been like, well, to be honest with you, I would have preferred if you would have came and talked to me about Tobias, Aiden talking to you about Tobias, then I'm glad you told me, you encouraged Jake to, come talk to me about that. But you should have talked to me first before you talked to my son. I need to know what level you. I need to know what you're doing. I need to know where you're at. I need to know. We ain't never talked about that type of lifestyle, and I don't know where your thoughts and plans is. I don't know if you're gonna be, super against it and hurt my child, say something wrong, or are you gonna be saying the wrong and too encouraging to the point where let him figure this out, not just I think you should just did it. I don't. And guys, don't come after me because I don't have a child that's dealing with that. No, but I have very, 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 very close family. And that kind of conversation is to be handled by somebody that you trust. And I'm glad that Aiden has Finn to trust, but I still think Finn should have talked to Elizabeth before he started conversing, just to let her know, hey, your son's reaching out and he has questions. Okay, well, I know you're a man, and he doesn't have his father right now, so I'm glad that my baby's reaching out, and you're, I trust you. But what are your opinions? What are your views? How are you? I'm not going to ask too much about what they're talking about, but I want to know what your views are. I want to know how you feel about certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, just where you are with this, because I want to make sure that my baby's being yoked the right way. But that's just me. But I'm gonna get off of it. I did not like that, and maybe I just don't like Finn and Elizabeth either. But Liz likes the fact that her sons are getting close to Finn, and I'm going to throw up. I'm going to lie. And Liz at some point talks about Violet and her having that same connection and not just his aunt. And did y'all notice that Finn did not really answer that question? He said something about, well, Violet's a girl. But he didn't say, of course I wouldn't mind. And if he did, guys, let me know in the comments, because I didn't hear it. I didn't hear him say anything about, yeah, I'd be fine with you being her parent. You're already your auntie. Say those actual words. Moving along. Oh, wedding bells. I put that at the end of my notes. This is preluding to is Violet's wedding for them. Because now Liz said it. Oh, our kids are combining. Yeah, why would they combine if they're not talking about wedding bells? So we are being played up to a double wedding for Brooklyn, and I'm not happy about that, because I would like a big, beautiful, jazzy Quartermaine wedding, but I guess that'll be the tricksters. Finn and Elizabeth will be throwing their wedding in at the same time. So we're going to move along to Cody's at the hospital, at General Hospital, and he's showing support for Dante, as he should, because he's one of Dante's closest childhood friends. Now this is where the story gets weird. So Cody's just sitting. Not the point of Cody sitting by himself and not trying to, and giving the family space. That makes complete sense. Because that's what Jordan was doing. Jordan was staying in the office. She didn't want to overcrowd Dante. She didn't want to overcrowd the family. She wanted to give them peace. And that's a beautiful thing to do. Stay out their way. Let them deal with this. Let them handle their family and their loved one and the emotions and everything like that. So I did understand Cody wanting to do that. What I didn't understand is him avoiding Sasha's phone. I'm like, oh my gosh. And they just had this whole entire conversation about them not finding reasons to hang out, but just being, hooking up, being there for each other. And that's what she's talking about. She's like, we just had this whole conversation. You have people in your corner now. You don't have to be alone. I'm here. And I'm like, oh my gosh. Are we doing this, guys? We're too grown. Can we just get them together and stop with the foolishness? Since we're not going to see Sasha going through the trials and tribulations of getting her life back on track, we do see that she is. But since they're not playing to that storyline, can we just make it happen their ground? we're going to go over to Anna and John. And this is another story that had me all over the place. So Anna and John searched Carly's house without showing the actual warrant. And then they bully her and tell her, oh, we can search it or we're going to arrest you? Okay, I'm going to be a little bit on the real with you guys, okay? That will not happen in real life. There is no way you can search a person's house without physically showing them the warrant. Yes, the police can remove you from the house if they can get out of the house. Yeah, they can have you sitting outside until the warrant comes. Now, I have seen some cases where they haven't been able to get the person outside until they actually presented with the warrant, and then a person would come and let them in. But I have seen them say, well, you're going to have to come outside too, because you can't be in this house and hiding whatever we're trying to get you for. So I have seen that, but they normally, unless it's a no knock warrant, and I think they're illegal in certain states now. A no-knock warrant means they can boost into your house and your establishment. It means that you're doing something really, really bad. So John and them didn't mention a no-knock warrant. They didn't mention that at all. In fact, they were knocking. So there's no such thing for that. But I just thought that was a bunch of bullshit. And I honestly, if I was Carly, I would have looked at the peephole and turned right back around. You're going to have to kick in my door. Or then I would have answered it through the door and been like, show me your warrant. You're not coming in my house without a warrant. Slide it through my door. Your house is secured to the door. Your house is secured to the nines. It does kind of kill me when they say, oh, our house is so secure, but they got these plain windows in the back of their house. I'm like, if that's not bulletproof glass, it's not secure. They can just break in the window and come in. So when I hear people say, oh, we got high security, do you have window pane walls? Because if you do, no, you don't. Unless it's security glass, they're coming into that shit, bitch. Okay? But I was just like, this is bogus. Of course, Jason's gone, and I was really happy about that. And it's like, you just gave Jason time to escape. And Carly's like, he's not even here. I don't even know what you're talking about. I shouldn't even let you in. And I'm like, I don't know what you were tripping on. They would not. Girl, okay, take me to jail, but you can't search my house. They could have taken her. Yeah, they could have detained her. But you're not searching my house until you come with that warrant. They could have did whatever they wanted, made up, whatever. Diane would have ate that up before it even got to Robert. Okay? Ate it up. All right? She would have been walking home and they wouldn't have been searching shit. That's just not. Unless, like I said, no knock warrants are the only ones I've heard ever issued. You guys believe me, I know. Okay? I'm just going to leave it alone because there's going to be somebody going to be like, my cousin Petey, they searched his house without a warrant. Legally, you can't do that, and whatever they find in that search is null and void. And if they could not produce a warrant to search Carly's house, whatever they found in there, they would be thrown out because their search was illegal. So they can make your life miserable and search your house, but then the judge is going to throw it right back out because it was an illegal search. If you don't have the warrant, if you never can produce the warrant, they would have had to give me a warrant. You ain't coming in my house without a warrant. I'm sorry, guys. I know my laws. I know my laws, believe me. Where I live at, you got to. Moving along. Danny sneaks No, Danny. He's such a cutie pie. So Danny sneaks out again and takes a ride share to go see his stepdaddy, Dante. We're going to say stepdaddy, Dante. I really wonder how these boys are going to respond. And I wonder if that was Danny that finds... Oh, dang, I didn't get to see that part. I think Alexis takes him home, too. I wonder if that's Danny that finds Jason. And I wonder which son of his it's going to be. Because we kind of see Jake's kind of the straight and narrow. Like I said, I don't like guns. And I hate vape pens. Not that Jason vapes. So that he hates vape. He would think that's terrible. And he would be very upset about Danny about that. But, I wonder, because, they're posting up Jake to be, oh, look at Finn. He's such a great square guy. And then Danny's going to be like, we might think he'll be like pro Jason, but he might be pro Dante. Anyway, Sam ain't happy about him sneaking out and not telling Drew. And Liz reminds her, well, you know, he is worried about Dante. And Danny says, yeah, because no one's telling me anything. No one's telling us anything at all. And I think there should be some more talking. I don't know, to each his own, I guess I'm going to say. I myself think Rocco should be there to see his father. I think he should know his father's breathing. They're doing everything they can. I think they should have that. Because even she tells Danny after he's like, because Sonny, then Sonny's like, oh, well, I'll get him a ride home. Because Sam's like, look, you can come back. He's doing, you know, we don't have anything to tell you. I'm sorry that you're not in the loop, sweetie. But if you want to, the better time, we can have you come back tomorrow and you can actually sit with him. You know what I'm saying? And I think that needs to happen, especially for Rocco. That's his kid, and he does not have neither parent. Neither parent. I really think it's important that Rocco gets to see his father. That's just my personal opinion. I don't know. A lot of parents would probably see that differently, but I don't think it's healthy for him not to know. And I don't think it's happy for none of those kids. They're too old. Scout's kind of young, but Danny and Rocco are too old to not be more like, I just want to know he's okay. What's the problem? You know, and even though I know they don't have a lot, but seeing him breathing and knowing that he's, you know, they can touch him. Because what if it was a pass and they couldn't even say goodbye? They couldn't touch him. That would be so fucked up, you know? I don't know. I'm not saying the doctor's going to pass, guys, but I'm just saying. I just think that I don't agree with that storyline. They should definitely be able to see Rocco, especially. His mom's already on it. It ain't like Rocco gonna be shocked. His mom's the same way. Anyway, it'd be trauma, you know, it would not. He could see touch his dad's hand and pray and talk with him. But yeah, so Dante, when Sonny offers to take him home, Danny's like, no, I don't want to go home. And then Sam's like, Danny, and he's like, I'm sorry, no thank you, I apologize, but I don't want to go home. And then she apologizes. Alexis, thank God, Alexis steps in and says, I will take my grandson. Can I take my grandson? Can I step in and take my grandson? Which was appropriate. She did it right. And Sam's like, yeah, you can take him. And they go. And she apologizes to Sonny. And I'm like, why? Why are you apologizing to Sonny? Daddy didn't say nothing wrong. No, thank you, sir. But I think she's just a little bit, I know Danny's being wild, but she should be more about, she's so much worried about him being like his dad. And he's like his grandma and you. Alexis even said it. And you even said it. You were drinking at that age. Girl, cut it out. But, you know, Sam is hurt. Her man's on that ventilator, and she hurt. So I get it. I'm not going to, you know, it's whatever. Oh, and Sam wants Sonny to unalive whoever took out Jason. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. So Sam wants Sonny to unalive whoever took out Dante, not Jason. She says it point blank. I want you to take care of whomever did this. I don't care. I want you to take care of it. I was like, oh, so Sam's issuing mob hits now. Okay. So we're going to flash on over to Carly and Sonny, and they got a meeting at the rooftop. And Carly and Sonny discuss Jason, and Sonny tells Carly that Jason was trying to kill me. Every time Sonny starts with this, I just be like, I just can't take him serious. He's just so, he's supposed to be the Don, man. He's not, everybody, and I hear that. I watch Lydia. She right. He's the Don. But maybe he needs to take some Don classes. I'm just saying. He's not even thinking. I think he's not rationally thinking. He's not rationally thinking at all. And I'm going to tell you why I think this. So Sonny tells Carly that Jason was trying to kill him. If Jason was trying to kill you, Sonny, you would have been dead 20,000 shots ago. If Jason was trying to kill you, Sonny, you would have been dead these last 3 times. Moving along. Carly can't believe Sonny thinks that Jason would try to kill him. Neither can we, Carly. Sonny tells him about him taking the shot, about him thinking he shot Dante too. This is where I would say false. First of all, when Michael went to jail and that happened to him, that was the first time I thought that Jason would ever take out Dante, and he didn't. He ain't got no reason to kill Dante. You should trust your friend, Sonny. Even though you don't know where he's been 2 years. We didn't know where you had been for that year with Nixon Fall, but Carly still gave you a chance, even though you ran off with the girl and slept on her. If anybody we shouldn't be trusting, it shouldn't be you. Moving along, guys. You know I'm telling the truth. Moving along, Carly tells him about seeing Jason and that, you know, he was shot. And she tells him that he called her name and all that other kind of stuff. And Sonny says, well, Dante could have shot Jason on mistake, and then Jason turned around and shot him to kill. Shot unalive. Tried to unalive Dante. Carly calls BS. And I'm looking at him like, this is the most BS. BSSSS. And Sonny, if you're still mad because your best friend was about to sleep with your wife when you were sleeping with some other woman and you were denying your family, you need to put your big boy pants on and go sit at the grown-up table. But if you want to play these childish games and be a kid, then I guess that's you don't need to be at the Don table. You need to be at the table with Detective Chase and all them. Cause I'm over here like, so you really, since we don't have any actual evidence that that Jason killed Dante, and then the fact that the person that somebody tried to save Dante. You would think, and Sonny knows this. Everybody knows that whomever got there first before Dex and Joss did procedures to save Dante. But Sonny ain't thinking that. All I know is that my son has got 2 bullets in his chest. And your son wouldn't have had it if you hadn't been doing that stupid ass setup like you did. But anyway. Talking to, and you know, Sam tried to say, yeah, you know, Dante was doing his job, and I'm a flashback to that first conversation between Sam and Sonny was wishing that his son wasn't a cop, and then Sam was like, well, your son wants to keep you safe, because you chose the mob life, bruh, and now you're sitting here pointing fingers at everybody, and guys, like I said. No, I don't understand why Sonny is so quick to think it's Jason that shot his son. I don't. There's no evidence pointing that Jason shot his son. There's evidence. Now, there would be thought process to thinking that Jason was shooting at you, even though he says at the end, Sonny says his son has 2 bullets, and Jason is an expert shot who never misses. He never misses. But yet there was 3 attempts on your life, and each of them missed. It's not adding up. You sound like you got dementia or something going on with you. I don't know, guys. Sonny needs, I know, does he have control of his, I don't know. I didn't like it. I just looked at him like, it's that simple? It's that simple. And I didn't want Jason and Carly back together, but if it's a spite Sonny, I'm almost for it now. Screw him. I mean, I'm so tired of him. He's so sanctimonious. It's starting to get on my nerves. It really is. I mean, he is so quick to point the finger at every single person except for himself. And when he does, he truly finds a way to point the finger back at the other person. And his theories for Dante shooting Jason on mistake, and then Jason purposely saving his son. So, I shot your son on purpose, and then I'm going to do life-saving techniques to save his life. Sonny, what the fuck is wrong with you? And like you said, Jason don't miss. You should have been clipped 3 shots ago, bro. Guys, I'm going to wrap this up. Oh, Jason jumps. Did I say that story? Jason jumps. Jason goes to the bridge. John's already there. Anna shows up. Jason looks at them, throws him the do sign, and jumps. He doesn't do the do sign, but that's how I felt. He looks at them like, yeah, it's so over John and Anna's pay grade. And we don't know what John's up to yet, so either. He might still have some drill in him. I don't know. We're going to see. But guys, thanks for hanging out. Sorry the videos I'm posting so late, but thank you for hanging out. I did have fun talking to you guys about the show today. I'll see you tomorrow. Be blessed. Mwah.